What's going on, everyone? It's KB the Mark, back to bring you the news. On today's Wrestling Report, we have many stories to discuss, starting with the former New Japan Pro Wrestling champion says goodbye to the promotion. Kenny Omega still hasn't had surgery after a diverticulitis diagnosis. WWE's plans for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 are still undecided, and many more stories. Please don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to stay up to date. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the news. Seth Rollins is slated to address his health status and future as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion in the opening segment of Monday's episode of Raw after he went down with an injury while wrestling Jinder Mahal this past Monday on Raw. There has been no official word from the company on the severity of the injury. The word from the sources in WWE is that he has a torn MCL and a partially torn meniscus. However, at this time, it's not known yet if he will need surgery. In local ads, Randy Orton has replaced Rollins for this weekend's WWE live events after WWE pulled the top star from the shows. It was reported on Friday that WWE was planning to do Rollins versus CM Punk for the world title at WrestleMania. While speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted as of Friday afternoon, WWE was still planning to do the match. However, if Rollins misses more time than expected or needs surgery, those plans can obviously change. As of an hour ago, Seth Rollins and Punk are still scheduled for WrestleMania. As far as that could change, yes. I was told, yes, it could change, but it's up in the air. But right now, he's still on WrestleMania. I heard yesterday he was pulled from some house shows, and whatever how long to be determined, but it's a significant injury, but we don't know how significant. I mean, as far as like how long we'll be out right now, but yeah, so that's the basic gist of it. Meltzer continued, and decisions will have to be made. If it's a month thing though, they should probably just go with their plans. If it's, going to be 2 months or more, I mean, you could always do an interim if it's going to be a couple of months, or you could just strip them, which they've done many times before, and change plans. Kazuchika Okada is not the only star leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling, as another star finished up with the promotion on Saturday's New Japan Pro Wrestling, The New Beginning, and Nagoya event. Evil defeated Tama Tonga in the main event to win the Never Openweight title, which appears to be Tama's New Japan Pro Wrestling swan song, as the bout initially ended in a double DQ once Bullet Club Gold, Gorillas of Destiny, and Hontai members hit the ring. Tama insisted the bout be restarted as a lumberjack match. He was pinned after interference from Dick Togo and Ran Narita. Following the bout, Tama cut a promo where he thanked the fans. He previously announced this month that he would be leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling at the end of January. It's unclear whether Tama could go next, whether that be WWE, AEW, or TNA Wrestling. Tama has been on WWE's radar for a while, including last May. During an interview on Busted Open Radio, Ric Flair gave an update on Charlotte Flair's injury and recovery. I was speaking with Dr. Dugan. He's been there 30 years. He said Ashley is one of the top 3 athletes that they have ever done surgery on. Think about that. We're talking Bo Jackson. We're talking, I can go down the list of people. The Tommy Johns. He said we consider her one of the top 3 athletes, not wrestlers, to ever come through the doors. Flair continued, her recovery, she's crushing it. She's actually going to come back faster than they will ever recommend. That's unbelievable. I thought that might be one of the biggest compliments anybody could ever get. I mean, it's unfortunate that it had to come from a doctor in a hospital, but I keep telling people, man, she's a different kind of cat. Last month, Kenny Omega announced he was out indefinitely in the caption of a photo that he posted of himself in the hospital on social media as he was diagnosed with diverticulitis. Nearly a month after that, Omega still has not had surgery. The top AEW star got the diagnosis after the December 13th Dynamite show, as he was clearly in pain backstage. He was told when diagnosed that he was very lucky he went in because the situation could have been catastrophic. Omega could have gotten a blood infection if he wasn't diagnosed at the time he was, which would have had something like a 50% chance of death. In the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that Omega still had not had surgery after the diagnosis. Due to the inflammation being so bad, he couldn't have surgery at the time, and as of last week, still hadn't had it. The decision will be made in about 7 weeks based on his healing, on whether he'll need surgery or not. But if he does, that will put him out of action significantly longer. There is no time frame on when he will return at this point. We wish him a speedy recovery. Fans could see one of the greatest tag teams of all time go on one last run together after nearly a decade apart. The Dudley Boys are one of the most successful tag teams in the history of the wrestling business. Devon and Bully Ray have won championships in every promotion they've worked for, including WWE, TNA Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, ECW, and more. After retiring from in-ring action, Devon worked as a producer for WWE starting in 2016. In recent years, he worked as an NXT trainer before departing. They reunited last year when Devon came out of retirement for a tag team match where he teamed with Ray to beat Champagne Singh and Rohit Raju at Impact 100. Last September, Devon was at an autograph signing in Monroe, Michigan, and he said that his return at the Impact 1000 tapings was not a one-time thing, as he has reportedly stated that he's coming out of retirement and wanted to sign a deal with Impact. WWE is moving forward with the plans that have been obvious to some for a while now, involving CM Punk at WrestleMania 40. Punk has been a strong merchandise seller for WWE since returning to the company after Survivor Series this past November, and boosted interest in the promotion, as well as a feud with World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, with both men mentioning each other on television and even having a segment on Raw. Punk has already declared himself for this year's Men's Royal Rumble match, where he will have the chance to earn the right to a championship match of his choosing at WrestleMania. Should he win, something expected, he will finally get the chance to main event WrestleMania, something he has made clear is on his bucket list. In the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that Punk vs. Rollins has been confirmed as the plan for Mania. For those who have been hoping to know what WWE has planned for some of its top stars in Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes at the biggest event of the year, WrestleMania 40, there are still questions that need to be answered. The belief for a while now has been that the top match at WWE WrestleMania 40 would be Rhodes vs. Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal title due to Rhodes' loss to Reigns at WrestleMania 39 and Rhodes talking about completing his story at the upcoming event. Things were thrown into a curveball once The Rock teased the Reigns match. Should The Rock do the match with Reigns, then Rhodes won't be able to complete his story, as CM Punk vs. World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins is the other top match on the card. In the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that Reigns' WrestleMania 40 opponent is expected to either be The Rock or Rhodes, or it could be a triple threat match. That's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please feel free to express your opinion below. Be sure to check out more videos from the channel. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Once again, I'm KB The Mark, signing off. Until the next one.
I started with nothing and came out a king. I've been the one that's been ballin' for rings. It's been me and my team and we chasing the green. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free.